This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heartmans. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
I took a loan during my first employment to support my parents, and I've been paying it off for 6 years. Unfortunately, their business has failed, and now they're asking me to take another loan. However, I have aspirations to start my own business and continue my education. They are relying solely on me to save them, and I'm unsure of what to do.
And I'm sure you can see the answer there.
Yeah.
That, first of all, taking loans that last you years. It's a wrong idea. It's a bad idea. Really, your years of working are few. If you start committing a chunk of 6, 5, 10 to a loan that goes back home to put in for your parents, you too will be a burden to your children. You will come to the close of your working life empty.
Let me ask you a question. By the way, this is from Mastery. All these conversations we're having, they're from this book. It's a great, wonderful book. That would you say it's your greatest
Yeah, I can see
achievement
it is a
this year?
combination
Yeah.
of what you need. It's in a category by itself because it's for personal development.
Yes.
But it's something that is close to my heart because what we stand for as a show, what we stand for as what we want to do is bring out the best in everyone. And this book is to help you evolve to your best.
Yeah.
I believe the greatest travesty is not that you die, is what you die, what dies in you unrealized, not brought out. What Munro was saying, the richest place is in the grave because of wasted potential. We went there with the songs and sang, went there with the books and written, went there with achievements, with the medicines and invented. This is to help you bring out what is in you while you still can, to make hay while the sun shines, to master. One girl was told by the mother, the motherly way to put it was dominate your feelings. This will help you have dominance over your feelings and your days. So the idea here is to help you, the cards that are being played in your life, to be in your hands. This is the idea of this book. Because now look at that person who's asking you to come. 6 years are gone, paying for a loan, which is a reverse. His parents were supposed to take loans for children, not the other way.
Yeah. Let me ask you a quick question. We tiptoe around. Our parents, some of them bought chunks of land very far away from Nairobi, and they want their children to develop those pieces of land, farm, those things. And when their children are young, they're starting their own families, and then they have to take money back to their farm. That is, and you can't sell this piece of land. So I've observed in some families, and not all, but some families, that these pieces of land become like, those prisoners who would be tied heavy metal to their feet. So you walk ahead with a lot of agony and heaviness.
There's a formula I gave you the other day. When parents are suggesting something, always move from what to why. Not the details of what they're asking you to farm maize and cabbage and potatoes. Just ask why. They just want the farm not to be neglected. Can I achieve the same by planting trees? I just plant trees, fence it, and go away. I'm still occupying. Many times they just want it not to stay idle or something to show that sometimes some places when you're too far away and there's nothing happening, there's some squatters. Some grabbers can take advantage. But let me tell you, when what they're asking does not mesh with where you are in life, because there's a lot of distance in planting maize 200 kilometers away in a 5-acre, 2-acre piece of land, if it's not economical for you, and they just want to make sure that I'm watching over it, that's something I can visit twice a year because I have trees there. And if it's big enough, I have somebody there on site. I can keep animals if I have to. We are just saying, if you're being given inheritance, it should not become a burden. You're supposed to fit it where you are. And if it's not my inheritance, why am I bothering with it? Give me ownership so that I can know what to do with it.
Yeah, okay.
If it's ancestral, yes, and you can say, we prefer you guys not to sell. Unless when you are sometimes you just want to merge several pieces to a bigger piece. If it's development or selling, it's okay. You just want to transfer that to another.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, if they give you an inheritance, it should not become an interference in your journey of self-realization. Again, something which parents may not be conscious of. They don't give you millions of inheritance. They don't give you money. But they start asking you to do things that need money.
Yeah.
Now you have the authority to say when, to say no, to say wait, to say not now. Anytime you're being asked to do things by a person who cannot finance what they're asking you to do, movements, fuel your car, come this far, do this, do the other, you can say, I'm not in a good place now. When I am, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
In fact,
Okay.
I want you to practice just the art of saying not now, and you don't feel guilty. I just want you to practice the art of saying, I may not, to delay. If it is being said in good spirit, not dictatorship,
Yeah.
I should be able to negotiate. Somebody said, you know who controls your life. You want to know who controls your life, check who you can't criticize, who you can't question, who you can't disagree with. If you cannot disagree with your parents, they're the ones in control. You are still not free. In fact, you're not an independent person.
Okay.
You need the room to disagree. We are saying, don't take huge loans to build houses. You should help your parents. You're not saying you should neglect, but don't help beyond your means. When you're taking loans for years, it means you can't afford that thing. Loans that you take for years should be for development, should be for investment. You should help your parents as much as possible with your fruit, not your seed.
Not your seed.
Yes. Don't spend your seed, spend harvest. If you eat seed, somebody will starve, isn't it?
Yes.
Your first salaries, those first few years, that's seed capital. Again, your security is not found in a job. It's found in wealth. Don't, now that you have a job, do this for us. Now that you have a job, you're settled now, do this for us. Now that you have a job, no, job is not it. This is still hand to mouth. You know job is hand to mouth, eh?
Yeah.
If you're not coming to work, you're not earning.
Yeah.
There's a lot of chaos. There's a crisis. As long as you're doing 8 to 5, all your working hours, that's not security.
Yeah.
That's seed capital. You may not wait forever, but you're saying, remember, it's a disorder for parents to be dependent on children. Don't treat it like it's a way of life. God said a righteous person lives the earth for the children and the children's children.
Yes.
It's because of mismanagement and problems and other things that you're having to send money backwards. It's a disorder. And if you do not correct it consciously, knowing I have to be very prudent, because when I'm sending money backwards, I am not moving forward.
Yeah.
I'm going to help them, but I will not jeopardize my role to transform. This book mastery encourages us to be the first generation to send wealth forward and ask children to pay it forward. Educate your children and their children.
Yeah.
And ask them to be ready to educate their grandchildren. And you be the pioneer who started by educating 2 generations, by taking care of the one behind that, the one in front.
Yeah.
Let us stretch more. We may have less. We may not drive Lamborghini when you're living that kind of, when you have such a pioneering duty.
Yeah.
There's some luxuries you may not taste, but the fulfillment will be you have changed generational storyline.
Yes.
That will be a greater fulfillment
Yeah.
than I drove the most latest Lamborghini.
Yeah. Yeah.
No problem with sport cars, no problem with the luxury cars, but when your duty calls
Yeah.
and you have to live a different life, endorse it and embrace it. Let me tell you, unless somebody, you remember the story where the matchboxes are standing, are just arranged next, and there's fire igniting each of them. They said what it takes for this fire to stop is for one matchbox to step aside. That stops. You must be the one to step aside. But the dysfunction, the poverty, the reverse financial flow where black tax, your money
Yeah.
going back.
Yeah.
Somebody working abroad, and there was this preacher I heard criticizing Africans and saying we are the only people who eat foreign exchange. Our children go to Dubai, go abroad to work.
Yeah.
And when they send money here, we eat it there. I said, no other country eats foreign exchange, continent eats foreign exchange like Africa. That kind of money should be for investment. When it is,
Yes.
they earn in dollars, that's foreign exchange.
Yeah.
When they earn in dollars, it's like you've exported labor as a family. You have a member who can help us earn in dollars. You're supposed to use it to change your status permanently. But what do we do? Hand to mouth, hand to mouth, hand to mouth. You're supposed to take advantage of the exchange, do this, trade it when it is high, try to hold here.
Yeah.
That's how you play around with that currency. But do you even think?
Do we even think?
Send it on my phone. Whatever, I don't care. I want to eat it now. A wise person looks at, okay, so there's $1,000 there. Let me wait. What's the exchange today? Okay. Do only 200. Leave the rest there. Okay, next month, it just accumulated. Can we buy a piece of land? Okay, these shares there, stocks. When you work abroad, you're making money in the most lucrative way, and it is very painful. This money is not easy for these people to make.
It's not.
The message here is, let us prioritize development more than consumption. Yes.
Okay. That's. I think that deserves a topic on its own.
Yes.
Yeah, because sometimes even we end up investing in things that cost us more. Like when you're talking about foreign exchange and investing in dollars and foreign currency, sometimes maybe we've been conditioned that the first thing you should do if you have any change is buy land. And then now you have to service that land, and the day you have a health issue, you don't have your health insurance, can't help you because...
And many times land costs in millions.
Yeah.
Chunks of money.
Yeah.
You may need like $5,000, $7,000, $10,000.
Yeah.
But these other investments with $1,000, you can trade.
You can trade, yeah.
Very lucrative trading.
Yeah.
Anybody who had kept their money even the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Today it can multiply by a lot, even sometimes 10 shillings per dollar.
And then you see, you're thinking about multiplying, but to buy a piece of land, I have to pay what I have and then get a loan.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yet what you have, if you just knew you have bandwidth for investment, if you know options you have.
Yeah.
Just look at the company that has announced some shares.
Yeah.
And you can go to insurance. Sometimes banks invest the money for you. Nowadays, they do it for you.
Yeah.
You put the money for money market. For them to be buying, selling, but then you divide what you make. Nowadays, you don't have to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Another method is just, sometimes because the dollar is always going up in many countries, keep the money in dollar and go home.
Yeah. I know.
Honestly. Very simple trading.
Yeah.
Open a dollar account. It's not forbidden.
It's not forbidden. You can do that with whatever you have.
And I hope people know that the hard currency is in your bank. Next time, go buy £1, 10, whatever. Pound, euro, US dollar. Carry it. Familiarize with it. This is the currency that is running the world. It is there in your bank. It's not forbidden. Just how much is 200? Give me one. Just to feel this hard currency, what trades the world,
Yeah.
You still respect your shilling, whatever it is. But you're more committed to your personal growth.
Exactly.
Than just campaigning for this currency over the other.
Yes.
You go with the realities as they are.
Yes.
You don't just stay with your feelings about dollar, feelings about euro. You go to the facts.
I mean, I think if you've invested in currencies when our shilling is deteriorating, you're kind of happy.
Yes.
It works for you either way.
Let me tell you, if you leave that money there, you have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
As you gather for enough land, I might be ready for land in 3 years. Everything I'm getting, I'll put. Also, there's fixed deposit, which has more. Yeah. Fixed for 6 months.
Yeah.
Fixed for a year. You can, those monies look like small. Get government bonds. They may look like small monies, but instead of letting your millions sit there, or as you accumulate for the house, and you'll be ready for the house in 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
Fix it somewhere.
Which, I mean, let's have a financial conversation one of these days.
Yes.
But today you wanted to tell us about how to bond as a family over the holidays.
Oh, a wonderful topic. Favorite for me.
Yes.
Why do we need to talk about this? Many of the traveling and the mingling with the outside world tends to pull you apart. Does not tend to bring you close. Yes. Now, our house helps, our nannies, our assistants are going home, and many times they don't come back. Some of the chaos that will rock families.
Yeah.
They also have a life, we understand. They also need to go and be with their family.
Yeah.
But have you noticed that the untrained workers many times are very unstable?
Yes. I have noticed.
We just don't have enough time.
We've never even talked about how those workers can traumatize you.
They inconvenience your life
Yeah.
because you depend on them for a very delicate role.
Yeah.
Your babies, your home, something very close to your heart. But they also shouted, intimidated, harassed their house helps are miserable people. These people are handling your most delicate thing.
Yeah.
Your child, your food.
Your food.
I don't know how we manage to do that. I think it's pathological. I don't justify the abuse. You see, some of these nannies taking out on children. No.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, you should be polite knowing you're handing this person your heart.
Hey. Yes.
You
your
wouldn't
life.
borrow your surgeon when they're operating on your heart.
Yeah.
don't do that. If you can't agree, just part ways. There's no point for. But we are saying the one thing that will strain your family relationships over the holiday is when you have had a member who was supporting you, and now they're not available. You're finding it very difficult to adjust, and you can find tension between you and your partner because help me, the child, help my turn, your turn. And this hold,
Yeah.
because one was helping is not there anymore, especially when children are young. And there are those things,
Yeah.
Everybody has things they long to relax and do this or the other. If you are a nanny, I want to ask you to cash in on this season. Offer them to work overtime for double pay. You can go for your holiday the first week of
January. Yeah.
and charge better.
Yeah.
You guys, I want to be around to help you the convenience of the holiday. Me, I
Yes.
can holiday later. What is your offer?
Yeah.
If you offer something, I can negotiate.
Yeah.
We always pay you 10. These 2 weeks alone, I'll give you the 10. That's on top of it. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That, like now, vehicles are expensive. All of it will go with Bukinya. Eldoret Express, 3 times the fare.
Yeah.
Why the madness? Let me just make money instead of spending money.
Yeah.
When the fares drop to 0, somewhere January 6th, now I can go home on the freelance.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm just telling those who have been trying to make money, don't go with the current. Your season is difficult. You're making very small money. These guys need you more now. Be a locum. Be the one to standing on a day. I'm available on call. This is my phone call. When you go home, be by yourself. When I'm here. I handle for this family. Hey guys, I'm just charging 1,000 per day. No problem. Are you available? Stay here all of this week. Let me tell you. Be clever. This season, help people with inconvenience as you avoid the madness.
Yeah.
We'll come for another show for singles. And one idea I was telling them is, don't be too roped into families you don't own. You don't have family yet. You're still single. You're still solitary.
Yeah.
So make your movements where it is most convenient. Okay? Don't go where people are going. Go
You
where
have
works
that
for you.
freedom.
Go where works for you.
Yes.
The one thing as a family this time is, I want you to plan for the inconveniences ahead. If somebody asks for leave, what does that mean? Can we get a substitute?
Yeah.
Can we plan on a place where, there is when families use cottages other than just rooms. It's to contain children.
Yeah.
When you go for holiday, you just want a room, you want a home.
Yes.
To close the gate and have
Yeah.
some peace of mind.
Yes.
You don't have to look in, where is the child?
And you have a whole beach to think about. Yeah.
So when we will not have somebody to assist, now we can think ahead. What circumstances will allow us to rest? Then we can book a home early. We can get a kind of a chauffeur, somebody to move us around. We can think with the little ones in mind. Little ones, sometimes the couple will need to leave these ones to play the cousins, we go for a day. Think ahead. Do you know sometimes we just mess up because we don't plan well?
Yeah.
We just wait and the thing finds us there. Then all of us are surprised. In the era where we are all working, everybody's waking up, going to job. The wheel of life is turning in many dimensions. You can be busy until you're being surprised by life.
Yeah.
The first step is, I want you to plan for inconveniences before they surprise you. And some of the inconveniences is the helpers we have depended on to maintain our stability are also going for holiday.
Yeah.
Can you negotiate with them? If I pay you overtime, would you mind? Would you be open to that? Many of them are very open. The idea of money. Very good. If I go home, the 10K, the 20K I have will disappear.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I stay and you add me 20K, January, instead of having 0, I have 30.
Yeah.
That's a better mother. Can you give me 10? Thank you. Let's go. I'll be available for overtime.
Yeah.
And then they can go and say, guys, I was not on Christmas, but I have a gift for you. You get 500. Eat meat. You
Yeah.
Like, everybody will be happy.
Everyone is happy.
Sometimes don't over glorify the Christmas season.
Yeah.
Then you forfeit opportunities. The whole year you've been struggling to get anybody to pay you anything. Now they are willing to pay you just to stay there back. Watch over their home.
Yeah.
Surely, with all the home for you and nobody here to bother you, just being paid to stay.
Imagine.
Stay, make some money.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
particularly upcoming single people or people who don't have too much demand. Go against the current and cash in. Go against the current and cash in.
Cash in.
You know,
Yeah.
talk to matatu guys and vehicle industry and hotel industry. They're not going for Christmas. They're going to cash in.
Yeah.
My friend, only you who thinks that this is mandatory. There are guys who this is their peak working season.
Yeah.
They know it's the time when local tourists top.
Yes.
This is a time hotel bookings top.
Yeah.
The guys doing travels, they don't, my friend, no, this is not the time for resting. This is time for cashing in.
Yeah.
After you get the money, we can rest anytime now.
Yeah.
We can get, you know. So we are saying, I want you to plan for inconveniences and think together instead of them catching you by surprise. There's some people who bring over their relatives to come and stay with them, but we did not talk. I just saw people coming into my home because they're your sisters, they're your brothers,
Yeah.
and they're here. Another day goes, another day goes. Now what is happening? No, we need to think ahead. Other times you tell me, this time children are going to my auntie. This time children are going to my this. This time, no. We need to plan ahead. You need to operate together in terms of the inconveniences we expect. Don't just let them catch you by surprise. And we have some things we call policies. A policy is a general direction, not a law, because there's no particular problem to be solved. So you need couple policies. And some of the policy could be, we come first. When somebody is asking to come into our family, we think together first. Before we allow them. Say, yeah, it's okay, no problem. Husband would not. No, I'll get back to you.
Exactly.
Anybody requesting for your time to come into our space, for your money, for you to visit us as you go, for the other, don't ratify, don't rubber stamp. Before we think, because you may be too sucked in. You may be too concerned.
Yeah.
The second thing I want you to do as a family this holiday is to reflect on the year with vulnerability. Lily, particularly us men, had been trained to stay aside from family, and you hear these funny quotes that Jogo hatembei na vifaranga. The cock doesn't move around with the chicken. But man, let me tell you, the chicks are still your children. These are your offspring.
Yeah.
And the boy child in Africa was emotionally abandoned. The father was away at work and with his boys, with alcohol, with church, with whatever.
Yeah.
Away. When he's at home, he has a special sofa set and a secluded place there with a remote control and a big cup and a big plate. He had a demigod position.
Yeah.
Detached.
Yeah.
When he's home, there's tension. When he's not there, it's only us and mom. We are laughing, we are free.
We can exhale
When he comes home, people behave proper.
proper.
Boys did not have friendship with their dads, and it left them with a lot of self-doubt, and they cannot actually hear them. They don't think their feelings matter because nobody told them that they should feel, they should express, they should occupy space, they should honor their thoughts, they should follow their heart. Nobody introduced that to them. And these men who grew detached, holiday like this, they still go away to drink. They're looking forward to clubbing.
Yeah.
Or they go on a churching spree. Remember the three addicts? The workaholic, churchaholic, alcoholic. They're all addicted and away.
Yeah.
You should do church or alcohol or whatever in a way that does not jeopardize the family time, the family connection.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the moment you are using anything to avoid family, the holiday will not be meaningful. You should not just let children go play with their cousins and you don't know what is being done. You don't hear what they experience today. Sexual abuse can happen.
Yeah.
Drug exposure can happen. Bad things, bad stories, trauma, stress can happen. You need to reflect on the year with vulnerability. The funny thing is, if you let your 5-year-old tell you what they feel about how this year was, 10-year-old, according to their level of expression,
Yeah.
from last Christmas to this Christmas, what, and then they remember something funny. You
Yeah.
remember the other one? If you teach children that what they felt counts, they should say what they felt
Yeah.
during their birthday. Birthdays have happened, anniversaries have happened, from between one Christmas and the other Christmas,
Yeah.
life has happened.
Yes.
Reflect on it with vulnerability. Vulnerability here, I mean, you the family leader, you the parents, be open to let the children talk, and you tell them. Sometimes children don't listen to us. They just, their rights. And they think every time we are talking rules. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's not rules, it's just what I wish you understood. Just what I wish you understood. And you
Yeah.
tell me what you wish for me to understand. Let this Christmas be the time to say, is there something you wish we understood? And there are no consequences, no punishment.
Yeah.
You may realize a small thing that you guys are very happy with our house help, but I don't like. She's not around now, I can talk.
Yeah.
There's something I don't like. I don't like this kind of food, all that. I wish we did this differently next year, and we try to change this direction. When there are no consequences and people can be open, you may realize that what they're mistaking, they're saying you guys insist on this, there's another information they do not have. Why do you guys want us to be picked by school bus and our friends are being brought by their personal parents' car? Why aren't you guys dropping us? And they're becoming resentful that you guys don't carry them in your personal cars like their friends.
Yeah.
Children really are influenced by what their friends are saying.
Yeah.
You know, I'm dropped by my dad, you guys just come in school bus, and that can make them stressed.
Yeah.
And then you tell them the difference. The parents of your friends are working that direction. As we work this way. If you were to go to your school and go to work, how practical is it? And you can negotiate. If you miss it very much, maybe you can get 1 day a week.
Yeah.
One of us to drop you, another to take the circle to come and pick you. You know?
Yeah.
And it means, but if it means that way, now I understand. Leave it. I'm okay.
Yeah.
And you use that moment to educate them. That your friends may pressure you without understanding circumstances of life. You can still, one day you'll be a parent like us and you realize life is too demanding, and if you stretch your parents too much, they'll always be tired. In the evening we can't play because I'm so fatigued. Isn't it better we just meet in the evening and enjoy? Isn't it better that weekend we are more relaxed?
Yeah.
If I'm taking such long cycles every day and I'm tired like a donkey, will you even be happy? You know?
Yeah.
This to say, reflect on the year with vulnerability. And the last thing I want you to do to stick together as a family, I want you to plan the coming year as a team. No, many families are not a team. They are a biological unit, father, mother, and offspring.
Yeah.
But there's no common goal. Some people set what to be done, decisions, and there's no questioning, no participation. I want you to do something unusual for your children. Ask them for their ideas and actually carry them out. You'll be surprised how that child comes alive.
Wow.
Ask them for a meal they wish we also factored in our menu. And actually go out of your way to make that meal.
Yeah.
Today we are making a meal, and you see how because they came with the idea.
Okay.
Go out of your way just to do something they suggested, and practical things, of course, but
Yeah.
something that it was neither any of your ideas, it is this child's idea. Plan the coming year, the meals we eat, the places we visit, how we celebrate this, how we spend this money, how we go here, how we talk to each other, how we solve issues, how we address, how we keep the house clean, how we are living, what we are investing. Another thing I want you to do to your children is surprise them. Give them family secrets and ask them to keep them. Risky?
Like, I don't know.
A secret that is not too risky, like an investment you're considering, but you're not telling the outside world until we realize it.
Okay. How old should this child be when
You
it's
measure.
older?
Many of them show a lot of, like firstborn children, by 8, they can keep things quietly. Firstborn
Hey,
kids.
children, may don't trust them.
I know.
They may have the intention, but the moment of weakness,
They tell their friends, hey lady, my mom is doing this.
yeah, or some auntie who is just sleek comes and talks to them and they black
You
it
shall
out.
measure, of course. But there are some things that are not secret, just private.
Okay.
They may not be that risky, but
You're
you
right.
should.
I get
You see, you are teaching them something they will need for their life.
Yeah.
The reason you are doing this is to train them how they will lead their own life. Let parents be open to the children. And let
Yeah.
us as a family protect what we are doing.
Yeah.
So tell them, guys, we are thinking of having another home in the beach sometime.
Hey, first of all, may I one day tell that to my son?
You know,
Uh-huh.
we think it would be, if we came for this holiday and we did not have to pay and all this, we are doing checkouts, if it was our home, I think it would be better.
Yeah.
It is difficult. It's not easy because it costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
But we're researching on it. You guys know how to research. Why don't you give us some ideas?
Wow.
Why don't you tell us what is going on?
Yes.
And those guys will bring you pictures. Those guys will give you ideas.
Yeah.
You know how to look like.
Yeah.
When they feel involved, tell them, we are not there yet. We don't even have the money yet. But we're doing the research to see what is possible. We shall trust and believe. Some of these things you really have to try and have faith. You know, and
Yeah.
pray.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be so happy if we got one, I'll be there. You know, just start involving them.
Yeah.
According to the age, of course, as you said.
Yes.
But again, sometimes you realize, boys, we were surprised with circumcision. I don't know why they were not preparing us psychologically. You just numbed at night as if you are going to run. You are walking up quietly, follow me, and you know.
Yeah.
We can discuss. You guys.
No, I don't know.
How old are you? How old are you turning? And what happens to people when they're turning that year? So next year, what could be happening? Oh, initiation.
Yeah.
Let them know my season is coming.
Yes.
It serves them to feel more included. What I want you to do with your family, and as we talk, you can see you're going to have a family committee. So you cannot be all diffused and mixed up with relatives all throughout. Let there be seasons, times allocated for visiting other people, and times for us. Do you know when you begin to involve them that way in planning and what's coming ahead? That's how you prepare children for grown-up life. It's not waking up, you are grown up, can't you see? You are grown up, can't you see?
Yeah.
Let them see the things grown-ups deal with.
Yeah.
And don't hide your children when you can't agree on a matter. Don't hide every dispute because they're going to deal with that as well. Disputes don't need to be secret when you're handled maturely. When mom wanted that North Coast hotel, I live the South Coast.
Yeah.
Mom wanted Naivasha. I can't stand the roads to Naivasha. Naivasha is okay, it's the road. Some of us have to time the weekend. Those guys who live that direction, they know. And that does not, I can't stand it. Sometimes the risk. Mom wanted it very much. This one, I told you the other food is outside. And children can feel, mom wanted that side, dad wanted this side. You know? And these guys are not even fighting over it every month. They're teasing about it.
Yeah.
Next time we'll go and check your turn. And then we score. Out of 10, I score you 6. I score you 8. They see you handling personality differences maturely.
Yeah.
We are saying when you bring them to the table where you're discussing family issues and trust them. There'll be risks. Sometimes they don't know how to keep secret. They say this one, the other one. But you're not disclosing everything all at once. You prepare. And they will remember when you were young. My parents involved us. And they showed us the important protecting dreams. Make sure you're planning next year as a team, not just a family unit, biological unit.
Yeah.
Bring them on board. Yes.
Bring them on board.
Yes.
I love that.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heartmans. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life.